morning, Saturday, February 8th. This is Terry Allen. All two of you that are going to watch this video, I hope I can give you some great information. The Trump administration has done things that are amazing. What, 18 days now in office, and look what they've been able to achieve. I think I've mentioned it, but my daughter passed away a year and 3 months ago from a fentanyl overdose that she got from a friend, so-called friend. The detective said that what's happening is that the fentanyl ingredients are being made in China, and then they are being put together and made into pills or made into different things in Mexico, and the cartels are bringing it across the border. And I am so happy that they're closing the border and they're going to do something, because I cannot wish this on anyone. My daughter was only 30 years old. She was absolutely beautiful, most incredible smile. I'm going to post some pictures of her on YouTube. It's the worst thing that could ever happen to a family, I can tell you that. And so I blame Biden and Harris and Mayorkas and this cabal of nefarious characters that were running our government into the ground. The new discovery is the scandal at the USAID. Absolutely amazing. We knew that there was something going on. Money was getting funneled to these different operations. There's a lot of dark money going around to different countries, but now we're finding out that USAID, an agency that was getting billions and billions of dollars, were basically a slush fund. So about 93% of all of the programs that they were financing was fraud, and not what they were supposed to be. They were giving money to Politico, millions of dollars to Politico and New York Times and BBC to print and disseminate information that was positive, shed positive light on the Democrats and what they were doing. It's called manufactured consent. So we're getting at the heart of everything that's been going on, and for the Democrats to cry and demand and to scream and shout about how outrageous this is, the hypocrisy of these people, it's absolutely disgusting. These people need to be in jail. Hillary Clinton and Chelsea Clinton got millions of dollars from this agency for what? This was a slush fund. They were paying off everybody. Politicians, Nancy Pelosi was getting money. We think AOC was getting money. That would explain a lot about why she turned around and became an idiot. She was really good at the beginning. But I guess even the best of us can be bought. And she was bought. Well, I don't know if this is true, but there's reports that her net worth now is $30 million. And she was a bartender in the Bronx before she got elected, so she didn't have anything. So where did she get all this money? How did she get this money? So we're uncovering the crime of the century. I would say probably the crime of since the founding of our nation. And Elon Musk is a brilliant guy, and he's got some incredible minds around him that were running X and SpaceX, Tesla. He's doing something with his money. I never really liked billionaires, but this is one billionaire that is a very ethical and honorable guy. And he's doing something good with his money. And this Doge program is amazing. It's a beautiful thing. Department of Government Efficiency. I mean, they basically came into the USAID and just seized the building and kicked everybody out. Said, all right, let's look at these computers. And they started downloading all this information about where all the money was going. Oh my God, the programs they were funding is insanity. Absolute insanity. They were giving money to Ukraine, billions of dollars to Ukraine. We know that money was getting laundered back to the Democrat Party. The neocons are all behind the Democrats now. Well, this is over. This nightmare is over. We can't have this. They've been wreaking havoc on the earth for decades, and it's time that it ended. And finally, Trump was given a mandate, and majority of Americans are for this. Everybody I talk to, most of them are very, very much for this. We need to clean house, and the FBI and the CIA and the IRS, all these agencies are corrupt from the top down, and this needs to end, and it will end. Democrats to cry about how Trump is going after his political enemies. Fuck you. Retribution. What was going on was a corrupt lawfare operation against Trump. And it was because of this very reason, because he and the people around him were going to uncover the corruption. And we are already doing it 18 days after he's sworn in. We are uncovering billions and billions of dollars of fraud and waste. They may very well be able to shut down the IRS and just have a national sales tax and use tariffs. I'm in the business of importing products from, well, I was from China, South Korea, and Taiwan, but now we're only importing from South Korea and Taiwan right now because there are no tariffs. And one of the reasons is because South Korea and Taiwan don't subsidize their industry. We are buying printing plates and printing paper primarily in these countries. And we're independents. We're not tied to the big four, big three. We've got Fuji, Kodak, and Agfa that manufacture most of the printing plates in the world for the lithography for printing presses. And the technology is very interesting. We've been working on this equipment for a long time. And they slapped tariffs on China, and then Kodak went after Fuji and went crying to the U.S. Department of Commerce and got the government during Biden's administration got them to put up tariffs against Fuji because Kodak manufactures their plates here in the U.S. Although they did manufacture their plates in China as well. Kodak has been under receivership for years. They were in bankruptcy long ago, and they're still being run by bean counters. The company has been run into the ground. They have a horrible customer service. People hate them, but there's a limited amount of companies that you can deal with. Agfa's one. They spun off their division for printing plates called Echo 3. Then you've got Dotworks, which is just a reseller out of New Jersey. They don't manufacture anything. So we're an independent in LA. We are expanding into the Midwest, in Texas. So we're going to end up back in Texas, running the Midwest region. We also service equipment, sell and service computer-to-plate machines and proofing devices. And so we would like to see China bring their manufacturing operation over here in the United States. That's the whole point of tariffs, is to level the playing field, because there's no such thing as free trade as far as being a benefit to everyone. Free trade is a way of perpetrating fraud on consumers, because different countries have different labor rates, different costs. China has really terrible environmental standards, as Mexico does. Their labor rates are horrible. Mexican labor starting rates about $5 a day, which is appalling. And so that's why we have tariffs, to level the playing field. The United States, when it was founded, we ran on tariffs. Alexander Hamilton set up the whole program, he and George Washington, because the British were dumping products on our shores, the colonies, to destroy the manufacturing so that they could control the colonies. If we were just a pastoral society producing cotton and tobacco or different agricultural products and sending everything to England, and then they were manufacturing goods and bringing them back to the U.S., that was a perfect way to keep us in abject poverty and very controllable. Well, George Washington, Hamilton, and the Founding Fathers knew how this system worked and how it was having a giant negative impact on the colonies. And when I say Founding Fathers, I really mean the founders, because what you had is very strong women, wives of these patriots, that stood behind and stood next to their husbands, and they were an integral part of creating the United States. They couldn't vote. Yeah, it was pretty backward back then in some social aspects. Of course, slavery was an abomination. So when women and minorities cry about white men running everything, give me a frickin' break. We created a country that was flawed, of course, but the Constitution gave us the ability to improve ourselves over time. A more perfect union. And now, finally, with the Trump administration, the second term, he and Tulsi Gabbard and RFK Jr., some of the patriots that came to work with Trump and Elon Musk, they learned valuable lessons in the last 4 years about how corrupt the FBI was and how they went after Trump and his supporters, how they created the riots on January 6th. We have the evidence. We know they did it to discredit Trump and create what was called domestic terrorists, the MAGA movement. The FBI and the CIA and national security operations need to be dismantled at the top. Most of the agents are good people, but it's run various characters. And we are cleaning house. And we're going to go after these people because they need to be gone after. This is not retribution against our political enemies. This is serving out justice. These people cannot do this kind of thing. They can't censor. They can't go in and intimidate private enterprise, media, and social media companies to target, cancel accounts, and censor. I've been censored terribly. I've had a YouTube channel for years, and they are blocking me or shadow banning me, and I wonder why. It's because I am telling the truth, and I have some great sources. And a lot of my background came from the LaRouche organization back in the 80s. I was learning all this stuff back then. We knew all this stuff was going on. Finally, we stabbed at the heart of the enemy, the oligarchy, the deep state, and they are on their heels. We will destroy them now. Finally, we have the mandate to destroy this cabal of evil perpetrators. When they uncover the names of the Epstein co-conspirators, oh my God, these oligarchs, they are scumbags, and they are lowering up. Oh my God, because they know time is running out. It's going to be a beautiful thing to expose all of this corruption and evil. And I am as happy as I've ever been about politics. And I hope you are too. So, the best place I've been getting some of my news now is from Next News Network. You've got Glenn Greenwald, you've got Max Blumenthal and Aaron Natte. Jimmy Dore's great because he throws in a lot of humor. Anna Kasparian, she's coming back. I always loved her, but then when she went wacko, psycho, I had to cancel my subscription with TYT. But she has seen the light, and she's coming back. It's a beautiful thing. Kim Iverson. I can name a lot of names. Candace Owens. Blaze TV. I mean, we are kicking ass. Social media. Even Fox is doing some pretty good stuff. It's about time. And the White House press corps are letting in social media companies now come in. This is truly a golden age has begun in this country. So I hope I've given you a little bit of hope. And I don't know what I'm going to do about the YouTube stuff. I'm hoping that maybe somehow I won't be shadow banned and blocked anymore. But I've been doing this for years, and I'll post a video and I get 2 views. It's like, give me a freaking break, really? So I do most of the stuff on X now, and I've gotten a lot more subscribers on X very quickly. I do some Rumble stuff too. But I'm going to be posting a car show video that I went last weekend in Pomona, California. Beautiful custom automobiles. Amazing. I got some great videos. I hope you enjoy that. Those don't get banned, funny enough. They don't get blocked. So anyway, have a great day. Have a great week. Golden age is upon us. Hallelujah. All right. Take care, everyone.